All right, everybody. What is up? My name is Ray Taylor, and this is the early retirement vlog. Last episode, I was recording in a movie theater parking lot, and this week is no different. I am about to go in and watch three billboards outside of a long ass title, but looks good named movie. The Three Billboard movie with Frances McDormand. So I'm about to go do that. Before I do that, I'm doing this. Last episode, I was talking about how I had a bunch of back pain, and I got over that back pain. Took me way longer than it should. Probably like the worst back pain that I've had to deal with in general, just because it was horrible. But right after that, I started getting sick. I don't know if you watched the review of the Justice League movie, which I did not like. Surprise, surprise. But it wasn't even worth like getting really angry about not liking it. I started getting all like congested and phlegmy and snotty. And then it just, you wake up one morning and that shit starts going back in the throat. And it was like 3 days. It's almost every day. Feels like a week. I don't know exactly when I like woke up starting to feel like shit, but yeah, it's been horrible. I have been starting to feel slightly better these past few days. I'm taking medicine, trying to sleep and rest as much as I can in a household full of people that have their things going on. But yeah, so I've been trying to rest, trying to just, drink fluids, do all the things that I've been doing. Gargling with salt water helps out a lot, so I've been doing a lot of that. But I needed to get out of the house. I needed to record some stuff because I am going to start driving for Lyft and Uber, driving people. I've done the Uber Eats thing before. I need to make more money than what you get paid delivering food, so I'm going to start delivering people. Hopefully that goes well because nobody else is hiring me. Yeah, so I'm trying to get over this cold so I can start driving. And it's also a good season to drive in the desert because all the snowbirds come in from out of town. So I'm trying to get better from that, but I needed to get out of the house. I needed to record. I didn't necessarily need to do a movie review. Ray loves movies, but I need to do early retirement vlog for this week, so I'm making sure to do that, so I don't have to worry about that. I've been catching up a lot on my The Many Faces. Added a smaller variation. These windows are still open. That's fine, whatever. Added a smaller size art print, not print, just The Many Faces, the ink on paper series I'm doing. I got some more paper, some new paper, and I'm doing a smaller. It's like postcard size, like 4x6 or something like that. I don't know exactly the measurements, but it's pretty small. And I'm doing, just a bunch of different sizes. So I've been working on that, just trying to build up a bunch of stuff, get stuff backlogged so I can focus on driving. Because I'm almost broke. I have very little money left. I actually found a 99-cent store down the street from the theater that I'm at to go. I'm going to do some grocery shopping at the 99-cent store. Woo woo! And I did have a sale that is no longer going. By the time you're hearing this, there's no more sale going on, but there was a Thanksgiving Day sale that I put together a nice little video I was very proud of. So I've been doing a little bit of work, even though I've been sick. The little bit of energy I have trying to get stuff done. And I put together this video I had an idea for using a song that I've been wanting to use. It's a song from Baby Driver soundtrack called the Unsquare Dance. And it's just a really cool song to like for editing video. Because Baby Driver inspired me to kind of edit to music more, even though I've done it before a couple times, mostly with the Many Faces promos. But yeah, there was a sale this Thanksgiving, and so far I've only sold one painting. I don't know. I mean, it could be because I don't know. People just aren't going to my website to see the work that I've done. There's well over 200 original pieces of art available on my website. I'm trying to promote it as much as possible. And then I've also updated a lot of it on Etsy, so for people that are on Etsy, can buy stuff there as well. But yeah, not a whole lot of love as far as financially from anybody trying to sell my artwork. But keep chugging along. So I've been backing up on stuff. So I'm out here going to watch a movie. I figured something, it's not going to take a lot of my energy. I also wanted to record just to see if I can record, see if my voice will hold up. Hopefully, after the movie, it'll be fine, and I'll be able to record a review after I watch the movie. But yeah, so I did the promo, which I'm very proud of. If you go to my YouTube page, you'll see it. If you go to my Instagram, the copyright protection didn't show up, so it's still available on Instagram. But it's a video I'm pretty proud of. It's a short little, 43-second video. But yeah, so Thanksgiving was cool. I was sick. My friends that I'm staying with, they had a little Thanksgiving. Her mom came over, and yeah, it was pretty. So it was a pretty low key event. I pretty much stayed in bed most of the day. I've been in bed most days, just trying to relax, trying to sleep really. Because the first few days, I could not sleep at all. I was so paranoid about getting the post-nasal drip, because that's when it was leaking the most, that I'd wake up coughing or blowing my nose or whatever, every hour, every half hour. So the first few days I really just didn't get any sleep at all, and I was feeling miserable. So, I stayed in bed trying to sleep, but, sleeping, taking naps, I'm not good at all. I just kind of lay there, close my eyes, and then I might drift off here and there, but I never feel like I really sleep. But yeah, Thanksgiving this year was pretty low key, despite feeling like shit. The food was great. It was, it was nice. No pressure, which is, sometimes when I'm not comfortable being around big families or families at all, family get-togethers. I don't understand how anybody is happy doing any of that shit, and why. And the people that seems like a lot of people complain about, it's like a hacky thing to complain about the holidays and being around the parents. But it's I don't understand why people still do it. I guess they're close with their close with their families. I'm not close with mine. It's kind of the closest thing to a family that I have right now. But compared to last year I was in Denver with Keith, co-host of the Inspired Disorder podcast, and I had wanted to just see how much. I wanted to get one of those giant joints, foot-long joints. I think they're called the Supernatural. Raw is the Raw's branding of that size. And they hold a 1/4 ounce of weed, I found out, which I have a video of me filling the joint on my YouTube page. Which filling it was interesting. Definitely a lot of work. I'd probably do better the second time I filled it. But Keith and I just kind of hung out. We did record, and I never released the video. I was going to edit it, and we tried to do a podcast, and it was kind of ambitious, new thing that really didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, but we had a lot of fun. We smoked most of that joint. The apartment was just hotboxed Like, it's so much smoke. So much smoke. So high. The highest I've been from just, like, regular flowers, like regular weed, not like a dab or an edible, but the highest I've been since starting to get high when smoking that joint. And it's kind of weird just smoking it in general because it's so big. And we watched a bunch of stand-up specials that had come out. Bert Kreischer had a special on Showtime that came out. We watched Joey Diaz had a special on CISO that came out. And Doug Stanhope had a special, I think, also on CISO. So we watched all three of those specials and got high as fuck and ate some dinner. I don't even remember what we ate. I'm sure we drank, too. But it was kind of fun, too. It was completely different. It was cool being able to at least once experience what it's like smoking out of a giant joint. We were trying to kill it by ourselves, and it, like, tore our throats up. But we couldn't. We got, I mean, at the end of it, there was still probably, like, 3 or 4 inches left at the end, and we kind of both smoked it. I think one of the early retirement vlogs, actually, I smoked some of it on camera. So if you want to see how big it is, or go watch the video on YouTube. But that was last year's Thanksgiving. So this year's Thanksgiving, far different. I did have my edible mints, my 20 milligram mints. Then I took one of those, which those kind of help just as far as sleeping. They've kind of helped. But also just relaxing and all of that. So Thanksgiving was good. I hope everybody else had a good Thanksgiving, and I don't apologize, but everybody missed out on getting my artwork at a discounted price. And maybe I'll have another sale coming up before Christmas, but I don't know, man. I'm not very good at putting these sales out, and it's like, it's just nobody seems to give a shit, so why put the time into it? I don't really know, man. But my projects that I'm working on, I'm still working on the Many Faces, which, for those that don't know, is an ongoing ink on paper abstract portrait series. I've done well over 200. I'm probably close to 300. I would imagine, or I'm on the backside of 200 at this point. And it's been an evolving series. So the work that I did early on compared to the work that I'm doing now has changed. There's a lot of different sizes, so different prices. Anywhere from, I believe, $20. The ones I'm doing now, I think, will be $20. Did I write it down? I think I wrote it down somewhere in here. 4x6 is the new size, and they're going to be $10 or $9 in the store. And then the most expensive ones are $50 or $49, which you can buy all those at inspireddisorder.com. But yeah, so that's still an ongoing thing. I have no desire to stop doing that, and that's just something that's going to keep going and keep evolving. And I post every new work comes out daily on that. So I do a backlog of work, and then I'll shoot it and upload it and then schedule it on my website, so that it gets released daily at 4:20 Pacific time every day. So the Many Faces is the current project I'm working on. My new podcast, Ray Loves Movies, which is a podcast I'm going to record after I go watch this movie, back in the van in the parking lot. But that's a movie review podcast where I go watch a movie in a theater, preferably, but sometimes at home, and then I review it inside my van, because this is where I record things, because this is kind of my only quiet, private area that I can not be disturbed, except for cops. I try and get away, and still somebody just tries to interrupt me recording. But yeah, so that's what I'm recording today. Later today is Ray Loves Movies. And for those critics, those people that just like to talk shit because they apparently have nothing else going on in their life, that want to say that I'm trying to, steal or bite on Doug Benson's podcast, Doug Loves Movies. This is what I have to say about that. One, my name is Ray. My name is not Doug. So having my name in the title, not ripping on anything. I love movies as well. So Doug does not own Loves Movies, okay? Anybody can love fucking movies. And three, it would only be stealing his... Well, first off, I could try and steal his shit all day, but I'll never... That'd be the dumbest fucking thing in the world. Because I'm not going to do stage shows with comics as guests and talk about movie trivia. Because that's what his show is about. It's recorded in a comedy club in front of a live audience where he has anywhere from 2 to 4 to 12 guests, and they play movie trivia games. That's it. They don't review movies. They mildly talk about movies in the beginning of the show, but it's not, they don't go to a movie and then come back and record a review specifically on that movie they just watched. So I love movies. Ray Loves Movies is okay. And if you have a problem with that, you can go fuck yourself. I really don't give a shit if you have a problem with it. And I'm sure the piece of shit that was whining is, I have a feeling I know who it was. And and if it is that person, I would not be surprised if they went crying to Doug Benson saying that I'm trying to steal something or whatever. These fucking people that think that I'm like trying to fucking cannibalize somebody else's podcast or try to make money off of somebody else's podcast. I'm fucking tired of it. And the reason I know it's some asshole is because his Twitter name has Death Squad in the title. And as far as my experience, my long experience online and doing podcasts and criticism and trolls, is the majority of fucking assholes that I've had to deal with my time on Twitter doing podcasts have come from people that either have Death Squad in their name or Death Squad in their profile, which means, for those that don't know what that means, there's a comic named Brian Redband who started a network many, many years ago called the Death Squad Network, which is a name he took from his buddy Joe Rogan, who was called Death Squad. Him and his buddies were called Death Squad by Anthony Cumia and fucking the other dude from that radio show. And he called Joe Rogan, Tate Fletcher, Eddie Bravo, and somebody else the Death Squad crew. Okay? Had nothing to do with comedians. It was just that Joe Rogan was hanging out with MMA fighters and jiu-jitsu fighters while he was going on tour, and that was a nickname. Brian Redband took that and started a network for comedians. Now, today, Death Squad is still a thing. It's still a website. Brian Redband still produces a couple podcasts. But the only podcast that I'm aware of that he produces that has a comedian in it is Kill Tony. You know, he might still do the Ice House Chronicles. He might still do what Brian Redband do. But the Death Squad Network is no longer a thing. And yet there's still these people out on the internet who are like, feel that they are just, if they put Death Squad in their thing, then they're part of the family. And because they watch comics, they think they're funny. So they try and be assholes. But they're not funny. They're just assholes. They're trolls. And I block them. You can't fucking come to me saying my podcast title of Ray Loves Movies is not creative or original when your fucking name is based on a network that no longer exists, that you're a fanboy of because you think you're going to be buddies with comics just because you support Death Squad. Go fuck yourself. Wake up, grow up, and stop fucking talking shit. Because if it's the person that I think it is, he's a well-known shit talker that thinks he thinks he's a fucking, he acts, actually, I don't know what he thinks, but he acts like he's a fucking touring comedian and that he's part of the comedian, group. And if another comedian, he, jumps on bandwagons to try and get fucking sympathy or some shit for his bullshit. I'm fucking tired of it. I'm tired. Just because we've had a conversation once doesn't mean we're friends and you can talk shit to me. You can't. Nobody can talk shit to me. So if you have a problem with it, you can just go fucking fuck yourself. Because I don't care about your problem. You're gone. Every time you pop up on my timeline, you're gone. I don't give a fuck about you. Get away. Troll, get away. So Ray Loves Movies is the other podcast that I do, which has nothing to do. If you're fucking retarded and you're confused and you think Ray Loves Movies is somehow the same as Doug Loves Movies, then go fucking drive off a cliff. Because we don't need fucking idiots like you in the world. We don't. We don't. We have enough of them. Enough idiots. One less, I'm not crying over it. And then I do this show. So artwork, 2 podcasts. That's what my focus is. Aside from freelance work, where I do photography, where I do design work, okay, Photoshop work, where people pay me to do that stuff instead of assuming I'm going to do that shit for free. Those are the things that I'm doing with my life, and I'm angry right now. I'm fucking, I'm sick, and I haven't been able to sleep good, and it's just I'm on edge. I'm on edge. So I wake up, and this fucking asshole's like, oh, you know that Doug Benson has a da-da. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. So the freelance work I'm doing, photography, real estate, events, all that bullshit. Design work. Doing Photoshops for Ari Shaffir. Doing fucking, t-shirt designs and poster designs, book designs, logo designs at 99 Designs. And then, hopefully I'll get some voiceover stuff. I'm not too worried about the voiceover. But let's see. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on. I guess that's it. Yeah. So I'm gonna go watch this movie. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully I don't just start coughing. I got some cough drops on my way here, so if I do, hopefully that'll do it. But my coughs have been savage, man. They've been super, super gnarly. And I was coughing so much the other day. I was hurting. My throat was in so much pain. Sucks being sick, man. It just sucks. It sucks because, I'm kind of getting to a point where I need to start ramping up and doing more and getting more income coming in, so I'm not living in this fucking van. I can just record in it and not have to fucking live in it. But, when you have supporters like fucking Death Squad asshole, where it's just all they want to do with their life is critique and tell you how you're doing shit wrong versus working on their own shit or fucking trying to help support somebody that's trying to do something. Motherfucker, I gave up my life to focus on this shit. And it's oblivious to everybody that maybe a fucking retweet would help this bitch out. Fucking nobody wants to retweet my shit. Nobody wants to like my shit. Everybody wants to just pretend like they're these good people and they support independent small businesses and artists and all this shit. No. They're all fucking phony. They're all fake. Most of them, anyway. There's a few gems. I met a few gems over the years. But surrounded by those gems was just a wasteland of fucking assholes that are so creative that they gotta brand themselves as Death Squad in every way possible. Ooh, maybe Brian Redband will let me suck his dick. Ooh, I get to say hi to him and take pictures with him after a show. We're best friends. Boo. Fuck you. Do something original with your life. Stop trying to like gain popularity by fucking pretending to be something you're not. I'm tired of it. Fucking tired of it. And feel free if anybody wants me to block them, just feel free to like tell me what I'm doing wrong with my life. Feel free to like just be an asshole. Feel free. I don't give a fuck. Blocking people is fucking easy. Muting people is easy too. Like, I'm barely on fucking Twitter because of these assholes. Whatever. So anyway, this has been the joyous, happy early retirement vlog with Ray Taylor. Retirement's not always a happy or easy thing to do. And by retirement, I don't mean that I'm fucking rich and can do whatever the fuck I want to do whenever the fuck I want to do it. It means that I gave up a job that I worked at for 13 years. I sold a condo that I paid for myself. I've never been giving anything from anybody. My family doesn't exist to me. I've never gotten anything from my family. If not for this one friend, I would be homeless right now. Okay? Early retirement is the fact that I'm not going to a job where I'm being disrespected by every fucking overpaid piece of shit doing something that I hate to do. I'd rather put a bullet in my head than go in and do this job for assholes that don't give a fuck. The 9-to-5 bullshit. I'll fucking hustle and scrape together money and survive. That's my life now. This is early retirement. The low end. And as I begin, it's like, eventually I'm going to get better at this, and I'm going to be better at fucking lining up gigs and bringing money in. I'm going to get better at this shit. Okay? And as I start making money and making a name for myself, all these fucking weasels and gnats and fucking, fucking parasites, these fucking parasites, I can see them just coming out of the woodwork. Oh, remember, Ray? Remember me? We're best buddies. Oh, fuck you. I know the few people that out of all the people that I've met online, there's a handful of people that have actually supported me, and I remember who those people are. Every other person, I remember who they are too, and I know why I remember them. So whatever. My throat hurts. I'm surprised I have my voice. Okay, I'm done. You follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you want to fucking pretend like you've... Come at me, bro. At Ray Taylor. That's my name, by the way. Ray Taylor. So I love movies. Ray loves movies. Fuck you. I'm on Instagram. That's where you can find me on Instagram. Go to inspireddisorder.com. Buy some artwork. Now, I understand if maybe you're not into my artwork. I get it. It's a new I'm doing new shit. It's different than anything I've done in my entire life. I've never done work like this. Okay? Completely different style. I've been developing it over the years. So if you don't like it, that's fine. But maybe somebody else does. So if I tweet something or if I Instagram something, maybe retweet it. Maybe share it to your followers. Maybe somebody that you know or knows you might be into my shit, even though you aren't. Because shit's not even that expensive. It's cheap as shit. I'm way underpricing my work. And it seems like the only time I sell anything is when it's on sale, which is like, I don't make this shit to give it away, but it's nice that at least somebody cares at some point. All right, people. I'm done with this until next week. Every Wednesday, early retirement vlog comes out. iTunes, YouTube, inspireddisorder.com. Have a great week. Peace out.